All right. Hello, and let's figure out how we can make our own rock and roll show. So we are going to figure out how we can use coding and music to combine to really blend those two things to create a song that we can play on our keyboards. So like we see here, that's right. A little bit of smoke on the water. So how can we do that with our students, or how can we allow our students to find songs that they're interested in that have got simple chords that we can use? So like Mary Had a Little Lamb or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, so many different options of really, really simple intros. So depending on the age of your students will probably depend on what song you choose to use. And that's what you can kind of choose to do right now. And I'm just going to walk you through the process with this smoke on the water. So when you're inside of Scratch, all you do is click create, and it's going to start you out with a blank project. This blank project is wide open, and it starts with a little sprite who's a little cat, and it's very, very cute. So we're going to kind of walk on from there. So here we are inside of the program, and you can see, as I said, there's the little Scratch cat, and we actually don't need him. So if you want to get rid of the Scratch cat, you just whoosh, delete him. So the couple of things that this project is neat for is that it kind of teaches students a few different elements. It teaches input events. So when we are pressing, when a button is pressed, then something happens. So they're learning how we can manipulate computers that way. And we're also going to kind of learn how to use different backgrounds. So how do we get a background to kind of showcase the song that we need? So it all comes from having the picture. So I already have my picture chosen. So what you can do is you can Google Mary Had a Little Lamb chords, or if you know the chords, you can write them out and take a picture of it. What you're going to do is down here is the upload a backdrop. So in here, you can choose a backdrop. So you can paint your own backdrop. So what do you want the background for your program to be? So you can paint one, surprise me, or you can upload one. So I'm going to choose upload because I know I have already chosen my song, which is Smoke on the Water, and we can see it's got the chord. So I'm just going to open that up, and boom, pops it in. We can see it's right here. And when you have it, it is actually manipulatable, good word, right here as well. So I can select over the whole thing, choose the size. I'm going to put it off to the side because I like to have a place for my instruments to be. So I'd like that, and then boom. So we can see this is what it's going to look like, and this is called Backdrop Run. It has a name, so we're going to call it Smoke on the Water, because that's which backdrop it is. If you teach your students to name their backdrops, it makes life way easier when they get into more complex projects. This is a very, very simple starter project. So that is how we start there. So now we actually have to get coding. I think my little face here, which weird as it looks, is probably in the way. So I'm going to say goodbye that way. And I'm going to show you how to do the rest of it without me. So now you know what I look like anyway. So how do we get some sprites? So now what we need is our instruments. And we can have a multitude of instruments, a full band. So we're going to choose a sprite. So you click on that and you pick your own sprite. Just like with backdrops, you can upload your own. So you could upload a picture of a guitar if you wanted to. But they also have got pictures. So I'll show you how to do both. So I'm going to search guitar, and they've got 3 different guitars. I'm going to pick this guitar, and I'm going to put it right over here. And we can see that it's turning 90, but you can change its direction so that you can choose how you want it to look on your program. So that guitar is going to go up there. Boom, we've got our guitar. So now we need our guitar to be able to play the music. Okay, well, how do we do that? Well, you go into the sound bar. So we need the guitar to play the different notes we have. E, G, A, E, G, B, A. All right, so, and what you want is you want to use start sound, because that means other things can happen after it starts. If you use play sound until done, it sounds really, really wonky because it has to finish one sound before it goes to the next one. So that doesn't work. So what do I need? E, G, A. So I'm going to have E. And what's great in Scratch is if you right click or alternate click on it, you can duplicate blocks very, very quickly. So start sound E, G, duplicate, A. I'm going to pause and finish up here. All right, so I've got my notes that I'm going to use. And again, if I wanted the F, that is in, if I'm going to play that first verse as well, I can pop that in. And now this is where we teach our students about events. So what happens? How do we make something happen? Well, when the flag clicks, you can start your program. But this is the sprite we're going to focus on this time, is when we press a key, what do you want to happen? So when I press E, because I also want to teach my students about where things are on the keyboard, I can hear an E note. Okay, well, let's drag these out. and click them all in. So now you can see I've already created it, and I have each, when I press a note, a different thing gets played. So E, G, A. Oh, when G is pressed, I play the B. I need that to be a B. So that's why that sounded weird. And there we go. We've got the start of Smoke on the Water. That is honestly the basics. That will get you everything you need to know. There are ways we can increase or make this more powerful. And what I would suggest, one great way to do that is with a piano. So let me show you how to get your own picture. Oops, cancel. Don't want to leave that. All right, so I'm going to go to unsplash.com because I want to use copyright-free images. I'm going to try and upload a sprite. All right, so Unsplash is free photos for anyone, anywhere in the world. So I'm just going to search up a grand piano because I think I just want to show you how you can get your own image. So you can look here. You can see lots of images of grand pianos, which is great. And I like the idea of just having a piano in the background. So there's lots and lots and lots of options. This one's very cool. If you like an image, you just download it. You can say thank you, but they are free for you to use. So that's great. And now when we're adding a sprite, you're actually going to upload your own sprite. So kind of like when we did our own backgrounds. So I'm going to save that. It was called Camille. That's who took the photo. So Hijk. And we're going to upload our photo. There it is. Choose this. And now it will import a picture of a piano. Now that is not ideal for me, obviously, for this right here. It's not exactly what I was looking for. So I may not use that, but I did want to show you how you can add your own images. You can also choose a piano sprite from within Scratch, which may just work a lot better and just make things a little easier for you with your students as well. So you search piano. There it is. Oh, they call it keyboard. Boom. And now we've got a keyboard in there too. And that can play the same notes at the same time. So now you can have a band. So the same thing we were doing before where we have these, when these are pressed, we do the same exact thing. So under sound, we play our notes. And remember, we're doing starting the sound and you drag out the ones that you need. So we know that we need 4 different notes to play the intro, which is all we're going to work on right now. E, G, A. And remember, you go into your events and you can grab in and do all of these. All right, that's my break. So I'm going to come back and we'll finish this up after. All right, so now you can see we have 2 different instruments participating and we can hear what it sounds like now. It works great. And I could add some depth of feel. You can add all the different guitars that they have within the program. You can add play all the different notes that there are. So it works really, really well as a great introduction to music as well as coding. So the next thing I would probably do is you can add backgrounds to try out different songs. So your challenge right now is, could you find simple chords for a song that you really like and see if you could make your own music program. All right, good luck. Bye.